Hi, and welcome back to Living in Suffolk County, New York, where we're diving deep into everything that makes Suffolk County, Long Island, a great place to live. I'm Mary Calamia, licensed real estate salesperson with North Shore Properties Realty. And on this channel, I am going through Suffolk County, town by town, community by community, to tell you everything you need to know about living in Suffolk County, the pros and the cons. If you like what you see here, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any valuable information about moving to or around Suffolk County, so you can make educated and informed decisions when you're looking for a new home. Today we're going to visit Holbrook, New York. We're going to be looking at commute times, shopping, dining, and other attractions, and the schools, and of course, the real estate market. So stick with me because there's a lot of information to unpack here. We're going to jump onto my computer and I'm going to take you through all of the details and everything you need to know about Holbrook, New York. Let's start just by looking at where Holbrook is. So Holbrook is a hamlet in central Suffolk County. It is located mostly in the town of Islip, although a small portion is in the town of Brookhaven as well. It's this area right here, highlighted in red, and you could see it is bordered mostly at the top by the Long Island Expressway, 495, or the LIE. There's a small portion of Holbrook that's north of the LIE. And to the south, it's pretty much bordered by Sunrise Highway, although there's a little carve out here that belongs to Holbrook. To the west, you have Lincoln Avenue, and the Long Island MacArthur Airport is really the westernmost border of Holbrook. And to the east, you have Nichols Road. Lake Ronkonkoma to the north, Ronkonkoma and Bohemia to the west. To the south, you have Bayport Blue Point and Patchogue, North Patchogue, and to the east, you have Holtzville. This is the Long Island Expressway. We are at right here, Patchogue Holbrook Road, exit 61. And you could also get off at Nichols Road if you were going to be on the easternmost side of Holbrook. And then on Sunrise Highway, you're looking at Lincoln Avenue, Broadway Avenue, or Nichols Road, or even Patchogue Holbrook Road will bring you back up into Holbrook. This right here is Veterans Highway. This will also cut right through the southernmost part of Holbrook, and it's another way access to get into the town. I mentioned a few minutes ago that part of Holbrook is in the town of Brookhaven. That is this northernmost part of Holbrook. It's really important to know this because if you are moving in and planning on doing major renovations and you're going to be applying for permits, you need to know which town you will be applying to and what their codes are. So they're going to vary from town to town. So this right here is the Long Island Railroad tracks. Ronkonkoma Station is over here. And these are the train tracks just south of the Long Island Expressway. So north of the tracks is town of Brookhaven, and then everything south of the tracks is town of Islip. So now let's talk about commute times. If you are traveling to New York City, Holbrook is roughly 53 miles away, and it would take you on a good day an hour and a quarter to drive into Midtown Manhattan from Holbrook. Obviously, it'll take you longer if there's heavy traffic or a rush hour situation, but just to give you an idea of how far it is. Some people will say it's far, and some people will say it's close. It's all relative, because if you want to be able to enjoy everything that the city has to offer, it's only a little over an hour away. If you are commuting every day and you're looking for a short commute, then you might think that it's far. Everything's relative to the individual, right? So this is how far it is by car. If you were traveling by train, you would be going out of Ronkonkoma Station, right over here. Here's Holbrook. It's very, very close. Also, it has a rather large parking lot. I will say that the parking can be, you may end up walking. You might be, parked some distance away from the tracks, but there's usually parking there. Even on a weekday, you can almost always find a parking space. You may be out in left field, but you usually can find parking. I give you an idea of the train schedules. This is a Tuesday morning commute from Ronkonkoma to Penn Station. Also gives you Grand Central. And you can see it's about a 75 to 85 minute train ride, depending on what train you take. And then the commute home is about the same amount of time coming back, just to give you an idea of what it would be like to commute by rail to and from Ronkonkoma to Midtown Manhattan. Now let's take a look at where Holbrook is in relation to some of the area beaches. So I started with the ocean beaches on the South Shore. You have Robert Moses State Park over here, and Holbrook is 27, maybe 30 minutes away to get to Robert Moses over here. And then the Smith Point Park is also roughly about the same amount of time, actually. It's a pretty equidistant, another 27-minute to 30-minute drive to Smith Point Park. So those are the nearest ocean beaches. You also have a bunch of bay beaches on the South Shore. This here is the Sayville Marina Park, which is about a 14-minute drive from the center of Holbrook. This is a town of Islip Park. And then you have Quarry Beach, which is a town of Brookhaven Park. And there are other beaches in here that belong to town of Islip or the town of Brookhaven, depending on which part of Holbrook you live in. We also have over here Heckscher State Park, which is about a 20-minute drive from Holbrook. There's also some beach area here and other amenities in that park. And again, all along this South Shore, there are a bunch of other parks and beaches that are fairly accessible from Holbrook. And then to the north, if you like the North Shore beaches, Cedar Beach it's a town of Brookhaven Beach, and that is about a 30-minute drive from the center of Holbrook. And again, there are other beaches along the North Shore here. This town of Smithtown has some beaches that may allow out-of-town residents. And then you have Sunken Meadows State Park right up here, right on the Long Island Sound. And that is roughly 25 to 30 minutes from Holbrook. Just to give you an idea of where those beaches are in relationship to Holbrook. Other areas worth mentioning that are near or in Holbrook where you could find some entertainment or some recreation. The Holtzville Wildlife and Ecology Center is right nearby. They have a walking, jogging, fitness trail that a lot of people like to use. And then they also have a zoo. In Holbrook, you have the Holbrook Country Club that has an 18-hole public golf course. It's supposed to be pretty challenging. I don't think it's a beginner course, but they do have a driving range and some practice areas there. They also have, in the summer, they have a concert series on the grounds of the Holbrook Country Club. And that'll give you an idea of what the golf course looks like. Not far away is the Island 16 Cinema Deluxe if you're a movie lover. They've got 16 screens there. And then just to the north in Ronkonkoma, you have the Regal Cinemas as well. So these are all very close to the Holbrook area. If you are an adult and you would like to go visit Jake's 58 Casino, it is also not far out of Holbrook and at exit 58. So you're just a few minutes away from that venue. And then as far as the downtowns, the closest one is in Patchogue. So we have the Patchogue downtown area where there are a lot of restaurants and nightlife. They also have some a lot of activity in the street on weeknights in the summers. And there's also the Patchogue Theater there as well. So those are the venues that are closest to the Holbrook area. You are obviously, of course, not that much further out from other downtowns like Port Jefferson or Babylon. They are also well within reach. So you're going to find, as far as shopping is concerned, in and around Holbrook, that pretty much in every direction there is shopping. So right here, this is Holbrook here. We are at Sunrise Highway. We're at the southernmost part of Holbrook. This is Broadway Avenue. This is Lincoln Avenue. And on Sunrise Highway, right in Holbrook, there's a Stop and Shop. And across Sunrise Highway from Stop and Shop is a Target. That's technically in Sayville. If you travel Sunrise Highway to the east, there's a Costco shopping center. So there's Nichols Road right here and Sunrise Highway. That's Costco over there. On the other side of Sunrise Highway is technically Patchogue is a Home Depot. And then right here is this Gateway Plaza shopping center where there's a Home Goods, Marshalls, Best Buy, and a whole bunch of other stores. There's an Applebee's in here. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. In the shopping center across the street is a Michael's and, like I said, quite a few other stores. I'm going to bring you back over to this Stop and Shop over here. This is Sunrise Highway once again and Broadway Avenue. And this area I have highlighted here is the old Sunvet Mall. This mall has been dormant, empty, abandoned, whatever you want to call it, for a really long time. And they've recently announced that they're going to be reviving it, calling it the Shops at Sunvet. And the anchor store, they anticipate having a Whole Foods in here, and they're trying to bring in a whole bunch of other retailers to revive this mall. So hopefully that'll happen really quickly. And then in town, so this is Holbrook. Again, we're right smack in the middle of Holbrook now. On Grundy Avenue is a handy pantry. It's like a small supermarket kind of setup there. And then in town on Union Avenue, and I'm going to drag it back to show you where that is in relationship. So now we're in the more of the northern part of Holbrook. This again is Nichols Road. This here is Patchogue Holbrook Road, exit 61. And right here on Union Avenue, you have a Meat Farms, 7-Eleven. There's a couple of 7-Elevens in town. Right over here, you don't see it, there's a CVS shopping center. Over here is Lombardi's Market. That is from the same family that brought you Mama Lombardi's. And then when we go to the north, so now, again, I'm going to drag it back to show you exactly where we are. So here's the expressway. Here's Patchogue Holbrook Road. Now this is the northernmost part of Holbrook and going into Lake Ronkonkoma. But if you live north of the expressway in Holbrook, chances are you're going to want to head up this way to do your shopping. It's probably more convenient. There's a Meat Farms right here on Portion Road, Ronkonkoma. Then there's a Stop and Shop, again in Ronkonkoma, and a ShopRite over here. Further up, you get up into where Middle Country Road comes in. That's where your nearest Walmart would be. It's not showing on the map. Your closest mall is the Smith Haven Mall, and that's about 20 minutes away. And then as far as the outlet malls are concerned, the Tanger outlets are about 25 minutes away, as are the outlets in Deer Park, the Arches at Deer Park. So you are equidistant. If you're in Holbrook, you're equidistant from both outlet malls. Obviously, between here and there are plenty of other shopping venues, but that's pretty much an overview of the shopping in and around the Holbrook area. In and around Holbrook, there are several restaurants, and I'm going to name just a few. In the Meat Farm Shopping Center on Union Avenue, this is Union Avenue at Main Street. Here's Patchogue Holbrook Road right here. There is Joe's Pizza and Pasta and Momo's Sports Bar. And then right around the corner on Main Street, you have the Golden Chicken Peruvian restaurant. And across the street in the CVS shopping center, there is an Outback Steakhouse. And then further down Main Street, there is the Hummus Mediterranean restaurant. And there is the Irish Times Pub right over here. Across the street is the Holbrook Diner. And then on Furrows and Main Street, you have Mama Lombardi's. Also on Patchogue Holbrook Road in the Holbrook Country Club, there is Trios restaurant, and that's also a catering hall. I should have mentioned back on Main Street is also down here is Villa Lombardi's, which is also a catering hall. We'll go back to Patchogue Holbrook Road again. And on Patchogue Holbrook Road, there's a shopping center right here. So this is right in front of the Timber Ridge and Woodgate Village communities, which we'll be going into shortly. There is Carver's Grill and there is Senor Taco. So there are quite a few places to dine in Holbrook. And as I said, this is just a handful of the places that you can choose from. Holbrook is in the Sachem School District, so that puts Holbrook also into the Sachem Library District. And the library is right here on Holbrook Road. You can see north of the expressway. Here's the expressway, exit 61. You would ride it over to Holbrook Road and up, and that is where you would find Sachem Public Library. The Sachem School District has 10 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 2 high schools. And the students from Holbrook feed into both Sachem East and Sachem North, depending on what part of Holbrook you live in. The district is, fairly large in terms of the amount of landscape it covers. So it's all of Holbrook and Holtzville, Farmingville up here, Lake Grove, part of Lake Grove, Lake Ronkonkoma, and Ronkonkoma. So that is the shape of the Sachem School District. If you want to get information about the district, there are websites that give you ratings and reviews and information about the district. One of them would be niche or niche.com, niche.com, and you could go on there and read all about it. As far as colleges are concerned, Holbrook is about 11 minutes from the Selden campus of Suffolk Community College. It is 20 minutes from the Brentwood campus and about 30 minutes from the Eastern campus of Suffolk Community College, which is outside of Riverhead. And then you are about 10 minutes from St. Joseph's University in Patchogue, and about approximately 20 minutes from Stony Brook University in terms of commute time. So when it comes to real estate, Holbrook is a mix of single-family homes, some condos, and homeowners associations as well. I want to show you first, though, down along Veterans Highway here. This is Veterans Highway 454 in Holbrook. There is some industrial property, and this is on Lincoln Avenue at Veterans Highway, and even at Broadway Avenue and Veterans, Amazon has found a home in Holbrook. There's an Amazon warehouse there. And then over here on Broadway Avenue around Veterans Highway, if you are looking to live in Holbrook, but you are not ready to purchase a home, there are several apartment complexes. I think there's 4 of them in total. There's 3 over here on Broadway, and then across Veterans Highway there is a 4th one. And then you have over here, this is Patchogue Holbrook Road, and down here right behind Carver's Grill, there are 2 communities back here. Woodgate Village, which is a condo community, And then in here, this is Timber Ridge. So I'm going to show you Woodgate first because the maps led us into Woodgate. Woodgate is condo. These are all townhome style, up and down. So you have bedrooms upstairs and a downstairs, like living room, kitchen, dining room area. And these are 2 and 3 bedroom. And it's quite a big community. You can see we're buzzing through on the map. Let's go back here and you can see from above that it is a pretty large community right there. Okay, community pool. And then Timber Ridge is over here, and it won't let us in, so I'm going to show you that from above as well. Timber Ridge is right over here. And these also vary in size and configuration. It's kind of a smaller community. And then we're going to go over here down. So this is now Nichols Road at Sunrise Highway. There is another homeowners association here, and this is Autumn Ridge. It's a small homeowners association. It's this Darry Drive here and Crescent Circle. This is Autumn Ridge. And again, you can see there's a community pool, tennis, and it looks like they have pickleball courts there as well. So that would be, here's the entrance to Autumn Ridge. It won't let us in, so that's okay. We're also going to look over here. So now we're up on Patchogue Holbrook Road, and between Patchogue Holbrook Road and Nichols Road, you have Furrows Road, runs right across Holbrook. And that brings us to another homeowners association. This one is a gated community called the Colony. Here's the entrance gate. We can't get in. So we're going to just look from above again. Whoops, sorry. And here's the Colony. And you can see here they have, looks like 2 pools, lots of tennis, shuffleboard, and oh, that looks like it might be a hot tub kind of situation, whirlpool. And so there is the Colony. And we're going to look at some of the current real estate. This is New Year's time, so the market is a little light on inventory. It's the holiday season, but just to give you an idea, some of these, this is the highest end right now of the residential market. These are active listings, roughly around $900,000 for 4-bedroom, $879, $749 for a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. You actually can find some 2-bedroom homes in Holbrook. His 5 bedrooms, $700,000. And so, you know, and then we're going down. We started at the high end. This one, Bristol Court, is in the Colony. $699 for a 3-bedroom, 4-bath. And so you can see 0.1 acres. That's because it's a homeowners association. Same thing with this one here. Is in the Colony. Could not find active listings in Autumn Ridge or Timber Ridge. So I'll talk to you about that in a moment. But this will give you an idea. See, Colony Drive, that's the Colony again. These are single-family homes. Also... again, in the 500 range, in the 5s, and then I'm going to go to the next page. It's going to bring us into Woodgate Village a little bit, but also back up here in Holbrook. So up in this part of Holbrook, up here, there's a lot of narrow roads and a lot of homes there, a lot to choose from. More likely that's where you're going to find some of those 2-bedroom cottages. Let's see if I can find you one here. Here's one right here, 2 bedrooms, $399. 2 bedrooms, 367.5. And then Woodgate Village, you can see you're in the high the 380s. And this is Woodgate Village, 409. Whenever you see Spring Meadow Drive, that is Woodgate Village. And that will give you an idea of the market range. So down at 367.5 and then all the way up to 899.9. It'll give you an idea of what's for sale in the Holbrook area right now. As far as Autumn Ridge and Timber Ridge, I wasn't able to find any current listings. They're smaller communities. They don't turn over that quickly. There were a few that sold in Autumn Ridge in 2023, in the spring and summer of 2023. 2 and 3 bedroom homes that sold in the 500s. And then Timber Ridge, there were a couple that sold in the high 4s and the low to mid 500s. So that'll give you an idea of the price range in Holbrook at the moment. And we will hopefully be seeing more inventory soon. And that wraps up my overview of Holbrook, New York. I will definitely be bouncing back in there at some point to bring you more up-to-date information about the real estate market and other information about that area. If you have any questions or comments, or if there's another community that you would like to see me do a similar overview of, drop me a comment in the comments section, or you can reach out to me by phone or text at 631-835-1824, or you can email me at livinginsuffolkcountyny@gmail.com. If you like what you saw today, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to just keep pumping out videos, bringing you more and more information about living in Suffolk County, NY. In the meantime, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.